Hello everybody, my name is Zoe Rebekah. Welcome back to my channel. I actually filmed this video, not this morning, like a couple hours ago, but the lighting was bad, my hair looked bad, it was a mess. So we're gonna try again. So, by the way, I straightened my hair if you couldn't tell. I just decided to change it up, and like I said, my hair looked really bad before, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just straighten it. I haven't done it in a while, so what do you guys think? Let me know. And I did it myself, so if it's all kinky, that's why, because I couldn't see it as well as someone else would have. But anyway, that's aside the point. This video, I wanted to kind of explain my personal religious beliefs and kind of my perspective on this time of year. It's obviously around the holiday season, and that's why I decided to do this now. Sorry, my dad had to tell me something. But anyway, I just want to preface this by saying that I completely respect everybody's individual beliefs, and that's like a part of this video, is about respecting other people's beliefs and you being allowed to feel the way you do and have your own personal faith without pushing it on other people or discriminating against other people for their beliefs or anything like that. I am a strong believer of you are allowed to feel the way you do unless it is affecting other people. I think with religion and faith, you are allowed to believe whatever you want to believe, but you shouldn't be discriminating against other people or trying to convert people because of their beliefs that are different than yours. So yeah, I respect everybody else's. You're allowed to feel the way you do. Just don't push it on me. I won't push mine on you. And don't discriminate against people or give people any kind of shit because their beliefs are different than yours. So yeah, and I want to also say that I'm 15, guys. I'm not an adult. I don't have as much experience as maybe some other people who do this kind of video, but I don't know, I just felt like doing it. I've been really into kind of social commentary videos, and I don't know, I just thought I've never really, like I've mentioned that how I feel about religion, like really like nonchalantly and not specifically, and I would be like, you know, but I haven't really like kind of talked about why I feel the way I do, or like just getting really in depth with it. So yeah, mostly because of fear, because I've always been kind of afraid that people would be like, I don't know, just religion and politics are kind of the topics that like they're very taboo subjects, and they're kind of you're kind of taking a risk when you're talking about those things. You're taking a risk of offending people and getting backlash and stuff, but I'm like trying to not live in fear as much anymore because I am controlled by fear a lot, and I'm trying to fight that. So this is a good kind of step. So yeah, so I think I was just inspired to do this video because of this time of year, and because it is almost December, it's Christmas time, and I don't celebrate Christmas. And I think that a lot of people, especially younger people who aren't as educated or just uneducated people, are just kind of under the impression that everybody celebrates Christmas or everybody believes what they believe, and that's not true. There are people with different beliefs in this world and people who celebrate different things, and it can be very frustrating. It can be very infuriating to me that, especially like I go out to stores and I want to go like winter decor shopping. I don't want to go Christmas decor shopping. I want like that's something that's so simple, but that's something that just kind of triggered me wanting to do this type of video, is that it's like winter time and the holiday season and Christmas are not equivalent. Like, you know, like I always like to theme my decor like white, winter theme, not red and green, not Santa Claus or elves or reindeer, because I don't celebrate Christmas, and I want to be inclusive of everybody, and I'm just getting frustrated with the constant rejection and exclusion of minorities and people who are different, you know? So that's just something that it just really grinds my gears, is the discrimination and the lack of consideration for people who are different. And that goes with a lot of different things. That's very general, not even with just religion. I've always been very excluded socially because of certain things that I do, or what I look like, or how I act. I shouldn't be rejected or excluded because I'm unique. You know, uniqueness should be encouraged, not excluded, you know what I mean? But let's just kind of start with my background in terms of this stuff. So if you didn't know already, what I was born into was a Jewish family. I consider myself a cultural Jew because I am interested in the culture of Judaism, but I am not religious whatsoever. But let's start from the beginning. My parents were married in a Jewish ceremony. My grandfather, my mother's father married my parents. He is a cantor. Let me look up the definition of a cantor because I don't want to give you any like false information. Let's see. Okay. The cantor in the Reform movement is a clergy member who fills a diverse role within the Jewish community. Cantors typically serve along with other clergy members, usually rabbis, and occasionally additional cantors in partnership to lead synagogue communities. Yeah, like that. Yeah, he's at a higher level of Judaism. And my dad's side, my mom's side, everyone's Jewish. But I was not I have not been raised in a very religious household at all because my father isn't religious at all. My mother still identifies as a Jew. We don't belong to a synagogue. I went to Hebrew school in 3rd and 4th grade. Absolutely hated it, which I will get into. That religion in general just generally makes me feel uncomfortable, and that's why I don't think religion should be pushed onto other people, because to me personally, I find religion and religious environments very uncomfortable to me, and I just hated it. And so I stopped going after 2 years, and I did not have a bat mitzvah. My father had a bar mitzvah because he was kind of pressured into it, and my mom had a bat mitzvah. My cousins who have turned 13 have had their bar and bat mitzvahs, and my other 2 cousins who are not 13 yet are going to be bar mitzvahed. My brother was not bar mitzvahed, but because my dad is just not religious at all, and that's kind of why I'm at a similar thinking level to him. My brother is not really interested in religion at all, and yeah, so obviously, in all aspects of life, people are going to be influenced by how they are raised, what their parents tell them. And that's why I really don't like when, like, kids my age or younger. I know, in middle school, people started to throw out their political opinion when they didn't have their own political opinion. They were just saying what their parents would say and kind of making it their own. Yeah, you're allowed to agree with your parents, but you don't really know what you're saying when you're that underdeveloped, and that's just biology. I'm not saying that you're stupid or immature, it's just you just are not physically developed yet, and you probably don't even know what you're saying, if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to belittle anybody, I'm just trying to say things bluntly. And that's why I understand that there is a difference between fact and faith. There's a huge difference. You're allowed to think logically, and you're allowed to believe in science while still having your own faith. But I don't know how you can't believe in evolution and just things that have been scientifically proven. There's just a lot of people that refuse to accept science because of their faith, and that is a main reason why I just can't believe that there is a higher power that has a personal relationship with every person on the planet. I can't believe that the earth is a couple thousand years old. The earth is billions of years old. That's just kind of been proven by science, and I just believe personally that religion causes more conflict than good. Religion's supposed to bring oneself with peace and joy and serenity, but all it seems to be doing predominantly, not all, I don't want to say extremely, but predominantly it causes more conflict and it divides people a lot. And I'm sweating, oh God, sorry. I just believe that a lot of the wars and a lot of the discrimination in this world is due to religion and people not accepting other people and people being so close-minded and saying I am right, you're wrong, because this is what I believe is right and if you believe differently then you're wrong and I don't accept that and I'm gonna cause war with you, you know? And I just don't think that brings any sort of productivity to the world. I don't know, that's just my personal belief, and there's still a lot of other things about religion that I will definitely miss in this video, but this video is gonna be just kind of basic things that come to my mind right now. And a common theme that I sense with religion is a lot of, like I was talking about, the closed-mindedness and the rigidity and the fear. I feel like people are constantly living in fear because they are controlled by God and their beliefs, and they're afraid to do things or to express themselves because they believe or they've been told and brainwashed that it's a sin. And there are just things in the Bible that are very fucked up, like things like the homophobia. And I also want to say that this is a very important point, that you can't put an entire group of people together. Like everybody is their own individual person. This goes with religion, gender, race, ethnicities, cultures. Everybody is their own individual person. They might have a common belief, but everybody is their own individual person. You can't say that all religious people are homophobic, because that's certainly not true. And I really want you guys to let me know if I'm off by any of these things, or if, I don't know, if you guys are religious and you have just certain things that you want to share, and if you agree or disagree with me, but you also need to be respectful and appropriate at the same time. So I just want to say that. And what was I gonna say? I totally was gonna say something and then I forgot. And I think all in all, learning about different cultures and learning about different perspectives on things is very, very important for a well-rounded individual and well-rounded intelligence in society. I think that it is so important to understand, or even if you don't completely understand, because there are just certain things that people believe that you're just like, what the fuck? I just can't understand why someone would believe this. But that's them, and you need to respect it without trying to push your beliefs on them or be like, what? You can challenge them and just try to understand it, and trying to understand it kind of shows as a sign of, you know, interest in their beliefs and in their perspective, but still being respectful. So I think that learning about different cultures and different religions and just having a well-rounded, diverse understanding of society and the world and different perspectives is just so important. So yeah, so I respect, and I think that I should end this video with saying that you should be judging somebody based off of who they are and not what they are. Do not judge somebody based off of their race, religion, gender, ethnicity, sexuality, any of that. You should base off of who they are, not what they are, if that makes sense. So yeah, if they are an asshole, they have a terrible personality, and they're so disrespectful and just a terrible person, yes, you have a right to not want to associate with them and judge them based off of that, but you can't judge them based off of their religion or race, gender, sexuality, any of that stuff. So yeah, You're allowed to disagree with me, you're allowed to share constructive criticism, but I would appreciate respect, and I do appreciate learning about different perspectives. And yeah, so okay. Hi guys, so it's actually a few days later now, and I've been editing this video, and as I was editing it, I was like thinking of more things, and as I was doing more research over the past couple days about this, I was just thinking of more and more things, and I was just gonna do like at the end, I was just gonna put like some music and some text about just a couple of points I missed, and then it started adding up a lot, and now there's just like a bunch of points, like there's minutes worth of extra points at the end here, so I just decided to just film another video clip. And so I'm just gonna read exactly what I wrote here. I was just writing all this stuff down as I was thinking of them, and so I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't want to stall or anything like that. Okay, so it just says a couple things I missed. I do think there's a difference between religion and spirituality. I actually have personally thought about exploring spirituality like Buddhism due to the lack of theism, but focusing on working towards the state of nirvana. So I know a lot of people use religion and spirituality to kind of cope with things, and it helps people with their mental health sometimes, but I think it can also cause more difficulties with it, in my opinion. But I understand how spirituality could help somebody feel more at ease. So I was thinking about that, because with things like Buddhism and spirituality that's non-religious, it's not about God, it's just about, you know what I mean? Also, I do believe in First Amendment rights, which state, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. In much simpler terms, you do you, boo, and I will not judge or ridicule you. Everyone has every right to express themselves and their beliefs, but I think it is just human decency to know your limits and to consider what is appropriate and when it's appropriate. I don't know, I'm just rambling now. There are many YouTubers who make content about their religion, their faith, spirituality, so as they are completely entitled to share those videos and those beliefs, I am also entitled to share mine or these thoughts and beliefs. Another issue I have with religion is just logic with me. I'm a very logical thinker, and just religion just seems very illogical to me, and part of that is people's dependency on God. From what I've noticed, many religious people assume that people who are suffering, whether it's with poverty, natural disasters, the government, politics, discrimination, inequality, crime, danger, illness, lack of education and resources, sexual assault, or other prominent issues, those people will be saved by God, or their suffering is just a part of His plan for their lives, or other things like that that just boggle my mind. I just really don't understand the concept of God has a plan for your life. I can comprehend it, but it's like, it just is so illogical to me. Like, before I was even conceived, before I was a thought, God already had a plan for me. It just doesn't make sense to me. And another thing I have here that I put also in here is that with things that are just like terrible things that are happening in the world, like rape, murder, like all of these, like poverty, war, all of these things that are just terrible and affect people so negatively, like that's God's plan for their lives. I just don't get it. Like, if somebody was brutally murdered, that murderer is told that he's going to hell for committing such a crime and sinning. However, even though it's a sin, it's part of God's plan for his life and the life of the victim. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's a sin, but it's a part of his plan for their lives. I just don't understand that. Yeah, and most religion to me doesn't seem logical. The murderer in this scenario is just fulfilling God's plan, but he's also sinning at the same time. I definitely missed stuff, but this wasn't really planned. This is just an incredibly broad, touchy subject, and I hope I did okay. I, of course, had or have, never will, any malintent or any intent of offending, insulting, or disrespecting anybody, and I am well aware that I am still pretty young and have a lot more to learn and experience in life about all areas of life, not just religion, but including religion, but this is my perspective as of now. I am also aware that religion is, in fact, a huge part of culture and society, whether or not I believe it to be so. Whether or not I believe it should be so prominent. So while religious environments and religion in general personally makes me feel uncomfortable, I'm becoming more accepting of the fact that religious environments and references are everywhere. Adaptation is a natural and essential part of life. Survival of the fittest, natural selection, adaptation, all that stuff, to me, I very much believe in. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all so much. So I just thought I would add this in there because it just made more sense at this point. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. And so now this is going to be officially the end of the video. If you like to give it a big thumbs up, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell, and share this video and my channel to those you think might be interested, and leave me comments down below. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Leave your thoughts while being respectful, and let me know if you want me to make any other videos like this, or just any video ideas you have, or whatever. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Bye.